Cuzzos Media presents Smiley World TV with Vernon Gibbs, Hank Huckleberry and Sara Sweets, Dr. Professor, and Captain Vernon. On today's show, we'll be talking about the book When Good Fruit Goes Bad by Vernon Gibbs and Steven T. So be sure to bring your smiles and give us a thumbs up. And be sure to smile big. Let's start the show. Hi, my name is Vernon, and I am the co-author and co-illustrator of a book titled When Good Fruit Goes Bad. When Good Fruit Goes Bad is the story of a neighborhood grocer named Hank Huckleberry and what he has to do to overcome some really bad fruit that have taken over his store. So, I hope you enjoy this story for this story time. Let's begin. When Good Fruit Goes Bad by Vernon Gibbs and Steven T. Hank Huckleberry woke up early every single day and started every morning in exactly the same way. He brushed his teeth and showered, then dried off and checked his hair, but didn't brush because he didn't have too much up there. He checked the mirror to make sure that his mustache was neat, and then he went down to the kitchen for something to eat. "Good morning, here's your daily apple," his wife Cindy said. Hank ate an apple every day, juicy, shiny, and red. "No thank you, my dear, I think that this apple's day has passed. It's bruised and looks a little dry and should go in the trash." He skipped his daily apple, but he had some toast and juice. He ate and read his paper, then said, "Time to sell some fruit." When Hank opened his fruit store, cherries flew right past his head. And what he saw then made him wish that he had stayed in bed. The apples were upset because they were no longer fresh. They fought with dented oranges and made a fruity mess. A bunch of grapes were trying to hide from the fighting fruits, afraid they'd get caught in the battle and squished into juice. The grapefruits that were always bitter, now they had a reason. They were soft and spotty and would soon be out of season. Bananas, overripe and mushy, laughed as poor Hank slipped into an awkward and very funny banana split. The smaller fruits like grapes and cherries had no fun at all. The larger fruits kicked them around like they were soccer balls. Hank's customers bought his fresh fruit so fast he never had a chance to open up his store and see good fruit go bad. His fruit were always good and fresh. Hank sold only the best. What would his customers think now if they could see this mess? He had to stop and think and try to come up with a plan. And fast, because the fruit were swinging from the ceiling fan. He called his good friend Sara Sweets. "Miss Sweets, what should I do? My fruits are bad, and no one knows more about fruit than you." She showed up lightning fast. Bad pears and apples on the shelves were thumping some good plums when she yelled, "Stop! Explain yourselves!" The leader of the bad fruit stood up with something to say. To Hank's surprise, it was the apple his wife threw away. The angry apple yelled, "Hear this! I speak for all bad fruits. We're sick of being tossed if we're not perfect, round, or cute. We get left out on countertops or stuffed into the fridge. If we're not perfect, we get thrown right into the garbage. We might not be the freshest fruit, but we can still be used. You're picky and so quick to throw us out because we're bruised." Miss Sweets came closer so she could talk to the angry fruit. "Now wait 1 second, Mr. Apple. That's not the whole truth. Some people throw good fruit away. You are perfectly right. Maybe it's that they think you're bad when you're just overripe. Let's show them how you can be saved. if you're up to the task. How can this bad fruit still be good? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I save overripe fruit. I don't just let them go to waste. They may be bruised or oddly shaped, but still have lots of taste. They're sweet and full of fiber, full of vitamins and more. I know some yummy food and drinks that you can be used for. I see you, angry avocado, but please don't be mean. You still make guacamole that's tasty, healthy, and green. Speckled bananas are still great, so why don't you instead stop fighting and become some delicious banana bread? You problem peaches can be used as well. You're not alone. You'll make amazing muffins, a peach cobbler, or some scones. Blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, and strawberry fans. Even when mushy, berries make tasty jellies and jams. And Mr. Apple, I haven't forgotten you, of course. Imperfect, though you can still make the perfect applesauce. Some apples can be damaged, but still candied, baked, or dried. Soft, sweet, or tart, you're the best part of good old apple pie. What Miss Sweet said made them feel better, and they all agreed. Fruit can be used, freshly picked or bruised, including the seeds. Of course, we should throw fruits away if they're spoiled or rotten. Fruits, when bruised, may still be used. Don't let that be forgotten. Hank agreed with Sara Sweets to not waste fruit again. Veggies go bad, said Mr. Apple. Keep an eye on them. I hope you enjoyed that reading of When Good Fruit Goes Bad. Have a great day, and be sure to eat your fruits and veggies. And now it's time for Let's Talk with Dr. Tricia, where she discusses feelings based on the book When Good Fruit Goes Bad.
Feeling Angry, a social emotional learning lesson by Dr. Tricia based on the book When Good Fruit Goes Bad. In your opinion, how did Mr. Apple feel after he was thrown in the trash? Yeah, maybe he was angry. He might have felt no one liked him. How did Mr. Apple act out his feelings? He wore a frown. He was mean and he hurt other fruit. He was fighting a lot. We also know that Mr. Orange was really angry as well. When did Mr. Apple start to feel calmer? And what caused his mood to change? Well, when Sara Sweets came, she listened to him. Mr. Apple talked about his feelings, and he heard Miss Sweets' message about how he could be used for yummy treats. He then started to feel calmer, and he stopped acting out. Sara Sweets helped all the fruits and veggies feel better.
And now it's time for Out and About, where we visit different places and learn about the world right outside our door. Hey out there, it is me, Vernon Gibbs, or as you know me, coolminivandad. Now I'm here with a lovely box from a company called Imperfect Foods. You know, a lot of times the fruit that they get and the foods that they get are just a little scarred or a little, bruised or damaged, but still perfectly edible. So I wanted to support a company like that. And it came with about 7 or 8 different fruits in there. So let's take some out and see what we got. So the first thing we have is we have a cantaloupe. Now, if you look at this cantaloupe real close, you'll see it is a little bumpy and not exactly perfect, and in some stores they'd see this and be like, you know what, it's going in the garbage, toss it. But this thing is still perfectly edible and shouldn't go in the trash. Even though it's a little imperfect, it's still a perfect cantaloupe to eat. So that's good. Now, we've got a couple of oranges. Whoa. These are organic navel oranges. We got 2 of these in here. And again, you'll look at some of this and you'll see there's a little bit of a brown mark on there, but this one actually is pretty perfect. but both of these are still very edible and delicious. Tree-ripe nectarines. So it came with 2 of these. Now, if I look at this closely, you'll see that they're little scars, nothing major, nothing too crazy. And in some stores, this stuff would just go in the trash, and then someone could have eaten it and, gotten some health benefits from it. But if, Imperfect saves them from this. Companies like this that have great causes, I still support my local grocer. So I have some people who have local grocery stores that I want to support too, because the small businesses also need help. So I'm only doing, I think, every 2 weeks with this. So, some of the fruits and vegetables I'll get next week will be from a local, store that sells stuff, which is important to support small business. We have one of our favorites, the star of this. We're getting a little out of control. The star of this book, When Good Fruit Goes Bad, the apple. Look at that. Take these 2 apples, you cut them up for kids, and they're gonna be like, loving them and eating them, and they're gonna be delicious. Eat it. It's good. It's delicious. Go for it. Roll them off the table. So, and you know what I thought would be good is to get some feedback from the people who are probably going to fight over this food later. My kids. Hope you enjoy. So let's see what my kids have to say. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for this second part. Thank you to Vernon for that amazing introduction where he talked about the book several times. The book that I am in called When Good Fruit Goes Bad. Now, we want to talk to some kids and see what they're thinking about the fruit that we got from Imperfect Foods. Take it away, kids. So, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to sit back here behind the camera. So, tell me a little bit about the fruits that are in front of you.
These are Imperfect Foods, and some of them have bruises on them.
And are you still able to eat them? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Really? So even though fruit has a little bit of a scar on it or whatever, you can still eat it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's good news. That is good to hear. I love to hear that. So, what are some of the fruits that you see in there? Why don't you pick one up for me and tell me what you see?
I see an orange.
Oh, there you go.
A mango?
That's a
That
pumpkin made a go for it. That's a fake pumpkin. That's okay. Oh, that's an apple. That's true. What else?
And an apple.
Another apple. That's right. What's that? It's a cantaloupe. Can you say cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe.
That's right, cantaloupe. That's quite tasty. So, what is one of your favorite fruits here? Do you see what's that underneath the cantaloupe? What is that one all the way at the bottom?
Mango.
Mango. That's right. We were talking about that earlier. Mango is awesome. So, you like the fruit. Now, you want to take a... You like apples, so do I. It's one of my favorites. The apple, the one who took over the store. He wasn't very nice, but we were friends in the end. So apparently, this one in the middle wants to eat. So I'll let her take a bite. Go for it, young lady. Now, how do they taste?
Good.
Good? Is there anything wrong with them?
No.
So the lesson is, even though they're a little scarred and a little bit, sorry I'm blocking the kid, sorry, my head is huge. So, even though they're a little bit scarred, a little bit bruised, they're still quite edible, as you can see. And there's no fighting going on. Oh, I love it. It's great to see. These imperfect fruits are quite perfect indeed, and perfect for eating. You gonna save some for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, can I get a bite? Oh, that is quite delicious. Oh, one more bite. Oh, wow, I'm full. I can't have any more. But I appreciate you sharing. So, this lesson today was brought to you by these fine kids. Give yourselves a round of applause. It might be hard because you're holding fruits and, they did it anyway. It's hard for me to do it because, I'm a puppet. But it's all good. So thanks for being here, and say bye to everyone out there.
Bye.
Well, hello! It's me, Hank Huckleberry here, and we wrote a little song to help you remember some of the different fruits and vegetables that are out there. Fruits and veggies from A to Z. That's right, there's a lot of them, and we managed to find fruits and veggies that fit every letter. It wasn't easy, but we're gonna make it happen. So sing along with me. Just repeat after me as I sing them. Okay? Here we go. A is for apple.
A is for apple.
B is for beets.
B is for beets.
C is for carrots.
C is for carrots.
They help your eyes to see. They help your eyes to see. D is for dragon fruit.
D is for dragon fruit.
Eggplant starts with E. The eggplant starts with E. The fruit and veggie song. Come and sing it with me. F is for figs.
F is for fig.
G is for grapes.
G is for grapes.
H is Huckleberry.
H for Huckleberry.
You know, that's my last name. I for iceberg lettuce. I for iceberg lettuce. And jackfruit starts with J.
Jackfruit starts with J.
The Fruit and Veggie Song, you can sing it all day. K is for kiwi.
K is for kiwi.
Full of vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
L is for lemon.
L is for lemon.
I put them in iced tea.
I put them in iced tea.
M is for melon. M is for melon. So many you can choose. So many you can choose. If you sing the song, you really can't lose. N is for nectarine.
N is for nectarine.
O for orange.
O for orange.
P is for plums.
P is for plum.
I like to store them in my fridge. Q is for quince.
Q is for quince.
They look just like a pear. If you like the song, don't forget to share. R is for raspberry.
R is for raspberry.
So tiny and so cute.
Tiny and cute.
S for strawberry. S is for strawberry. You know they are my favorite fruit, but not technically a fruit. T for tomato.
T for tomato.
Or tomato if you like.
Tomato if you like.
This song is so much fun, you can sing it twice. U is for ugni.
U is for uni.
A plant found in Chile.
Plant found in today.
V for vanilla.
V for vanilla.
Found in ice cream and milkshakes. Found in ice cream and milkshakes. W watermelon.
W watermelon.
A sweet summer treat. A sweet summer treat. A few more letters left and we'll be complete. X is for zigua.
X is for zigzag.
The Chinese word for this.
Chinese word for this.
Y is for yam.
Y is for yam.
A sure Thanksgiving hit. A sure Thanksgiving hit. Z for zucchini.
Z for zucchini.
Now the song is at the end. Sing it by yourself or sing it with a friend. Oh my goodness! I hope you like the song. Hope you learned some stuff. I know I certainly did because I didn't write it. Someone else wrote it. Someone else with some skills. So we hope you had a great day. Have a good one. Stay safe and eat your fruit and veggies. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for another edition of Playing and Learning with Captain Vernon. No G's, just playing and learning. No G's. Fine. Playing and learning with Captain Vernon. Here's your host, Captain Vernon. Where do I look at? I look at the sorry, I have a patch on my I have a patch on my eye, so it's hard for me to know where to look. Welcome. Thank you. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. It's weird that there's applause because, you know, there's nobody here. So, welcome to another edition of Learning and Playing. See? It wasn't that hard. I guess you're the captain. That's right, I'm the captain. So, what do we do on this show? Well, we will unbox the toys you see behind me. It'll be different toys every time. But not only do we unbox the toys, let me tell you a little secret. We're also going to learn some fun lessons, some things that you can, some cool facts and factoids that you can take to school and impress your teachers and be a real hit at dinner parties. And I have a question. What is a factoid? No, it's just a word. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off track. My brain is mostly cotton. So, that's what we do on this show. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the toys behind me. Well, we can't do any of that without the help of my good friend, Hans McHuntington. Hans, where are you, man? Why is it I can never find you? I'm right here. Oh, I got two hands, so here I am. So, we have several very cool toys. I see. Zuma and Ryder, Bath Adventure. Oh, look at that. You got Zuma, you got a walrus, you got a submarine, you got Ryder in a cool little wetsuit. we have a diving bell bath play set. So it looks like we're going for a bath theme today. Well, now, I'm gonna be honest, I am not a big bath guy. I don't like to take baths. Oh man, my sticker falling off. Oh man, this is some cheap sticker. That's what you get for shopping cheap. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Tell me. Okay, here I'm back, sorry. This is a budget show, people. I mean, what do you think? We don't have the budget of some of those other unboxing videos. We work with what we got. So, why don't we just cut to the chase and open these bad boys up. And we're back! That was really fast. You opened that stuff so quickly. Well, let's take a look at the submarine. All right, let's take a look at the submarine, shall we? So we have the submarine. Now usually Zuma goes into the submarine, but on the show, most of the time he's driving in a little hovercraft thing. So they gave him a little bit of something different this time to match with kind of one of the shows that they had on recently. Now it comes with all the stuff that he normally has. He has his nice little propellers in the back. He has this hatch that opens, so that's very cool. All right. Yes, I like that. Now tell me a little bit about submarines. I don't really understand what a submarine is. Well, maybe we can go to Dr. Professor to help us with that. I like the sound of that. So, let's learn a little bit about submarines with the help of my friend, Dr. Professor! Thank you, Captain! So, today we are talking a little bit about submarines, and I'm not talking about the type of delicious submarine sandwiches you might get at your local delicatessen. Subway, eat fresh. I'm not sure why I did a product plug there. They are in no way sponsoring the show. Anyway, so submarines are a type of underwater vessel used for exploring the ocean. They can be quite large and have hundreds of people on it, or they can be tiny and hold just one person, much like Zuma's cute little submarine. Sometimes they can be robot controlled, and they can be used to scavenge for buried treasure, to explore ocean life, and all types of things like that. Most submarines have a cylindrical shape with conical or cone-shaped ends, and typically they have various kinds of equipment that help them see under the water. They may be using some kind of radar and sonar, but also they use a periscope, much like the one that you see on the top of the Paw Patrol tower that Ryder uses to get those little pups and rapscallions into all kinds of dangerous situations and saving the citizens of Adventure Bay. Back to you. There's just subs and oh boy, we're back. You got to tell me when we're back. So we're back. We're not gonna have lunch. We'll have lunch later. So anyway, on to the next toy. So as you mentioned, you have the diving bell. It opens up. It's very cool. It's ready for the water. These are all water toys, so they can go right into the bath. We have Captain Turbot. He fits right in there. Can he sit down? I think he can. Whoop. There you go. He can sit. There you go. And you can close the lid on top of him. Boom. Very cool. A little thing in the back. And you can see out. You can see him in there. There he is. So, how's a diving bell different from a submarine? Well, a submarine can typically be controlled by the occupants within the submarine, compared to a diving bell, which is typically controlled by people above the water. So, it can navigate itself on its own by whoever is in the submarine. A diving bell typically needs control from above, and it also has a tether that attaches it to its main vessel, which is above the water. Now, typically, when a diving bell goes into the water, it is lowered into the water by cables from the boat above, so it does not have to go into the water independently, and that will allow it to stay attached to the boat that would be controlling it. In many ways, Captain Turbot is modeled after the great explorer and oceanographer Jacques Cousteau, as you can see from the similar red hat to the glasses and even the color of his diving bell. A little information about Jacques Cousteau, the French oceanographer who was a pioneer, and he was a scientist, and he helped create some of the greatest programs that helped preserve ocean wildlife. Jacques Cousteau was quite brilliant, and and a man who loved the ocean, loved everything about it, and wanted to make sure that we was preserved so that people would be able to see it and love it and keep it safe. Back to you. That is some wild and crazy stuff. I really thought they were the same thing. But apparently a diving bell is quite different from a submarine. Quite the lessons of the day. Let's go over what we did today. Sure. We learned a little bit about submarines. We learned about diving bells. We learned about Jacques Cousteau. Here's my suggestion. I think that all these things you learned about, yeah, it's great. You can take this away and then be done with it and then go about playing with your iPad or your Apple TV or whatever it is. But why don't you head to the library? Learn some more. Pick up some books. Google a couple of things. Now go Google everything because not everything online is true. Trust me, there's a lot of fake news out there. So I like to always end with a joke. So what does a pirate farmer charge for corn? I don't know. A buccaneer! A buccaneer. Get it? Buccaneers. That's good stuff. What? Are you rolling the credits over my face? No. You're rolling the credits, aren't you?